Hello, Namaste. Welcome to the session. Today's session is on Mahavakyas. Mahavakyas are very much important not only for competitive examinations like SET and NET in yoga, but also they are very much important to understand the nature of truth, nature of self, and nature of universal self, and what is transcendentalism, to understand the nature of existence. So these Mahavakyas are significant in imparting the knowledge in relation to all those aspects. Mahavakyas are four in number. Apart from those four major Mahavakyas, another four minor Mahavakyas are also there. But principal Vakyas or Mahavakyas are taken to be four in number from four Upanishads. And it is said that Mahavakyas consist of they contain entire upanishadic summary in itself, and Mahavakyas represent Advaita Vedantic philosophy, means non-duality, and Mahavakyas, they contain eternal knowledge, the knowledge which originates, which tells about the origination of things, and it tells about the culmination of the things, it tells about the existence of everything. So these are the principal sources of entire knowledge. So, and among those four Mahavakyas, the first Mahavakya is Prajnanam Brahma or Prajnanam Brahma. The meaning of Prajnanam Brahma is Brahman or universal soul is the highest form of wisdom, highest form of insight, and highest form of knowledge. So whatever knowledge, whatever wisdom, and whatever truth we take, that is the Brahman is the highest form of that understanding, that knowledge. And this Mahavakya, Prajnanam Brahma, is taken from Upanishad, that is Aitareya Upanishad, and Aitareya Upanishad is part of Rig Veda. And it says that knowledge is the foundation of the world, and the Brahman is that knowing. So knowledge is the very foundation of the world, and Brahman is the knowing of that knowledge, knower of that knowledge. So the knowledge originates from the Brahman. So that the very source of that knowledge is Brahman. So that is the ultimate source, or ultimate or highest form of wisdom or knowing. So that is the meaning of Prajnanam Brahma. And second one is Ayamatma Brahma. Ayamatma Brahma is taken from Mandukya Upanishad. Mandukya Upanishad is part of Atharva Veda, and Mandukya Upanishad speaks in its 12 words lengthy disposition. It speaks about importance of Om, Omkara or Pranavanada, and it says that the Nada, that sound, that vibration is the source of everything, and the nature of that vibration is Brahma. So when we take Om, A, U, Ma, three syllables forming together Om. So when A means that is the birth, originating point, or that is the origin of everything. U, that is sustenance, preservation. That is the culmination or destruction, or what I say, entirely becoming, going back to the origin. So that A, U, Ma, that Omkara, Om, it contains everything from beginning to the end. So it is the cyclical, not the linear, but the cyclical nature of existence. It also denotes the cyclical nature of existence. And apart from after that Ayamatma Brahma, the next thing is the third Mahavakya is Tattvam Asi. Tat means that or it. Tvam means you. Asi means are, means you are that. You are that means you, individual soul, is that means part of or that universal soul or the Brahman. So there is no difference between the individual self and the universal self, because universal self is infinite and individual self is also infinite, because individual soul, individual self is part of that infinite. When you take part of infinite, that part and the whole remain infinite. So that is Tattvamasi, and this Tattvamasi is taken from Chandogya Upanishad. Chandogya Upanishad, it is a dialogue between son and father. That son is Uddalaka and that son is Swetaketu and father is Uddalaka. So this is a dialogic form, and father is saying to his son, "O son, you are that," means you are Tattvamasi, means whatever you call God, that God is in you and you are in that God. So this is the important Mahavakya from Chandogya Upanishad. And the next one, the fourth one, that is Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi, this Mahavakya is taken from Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad is considered one the largest Upanishad, and this Brihadaranyaka Upanishad is part of Shukla Yajurveda. And Aham Brahmasmi contains or signifies infinite principle in it. Infinite principle means Ananta, eternal, means without any limitations. So that infinite principle is present in Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi means the self, what we call I. I signifies identity, I signifies individual existence, I signifies individual characteristics. So here Aham Brahmasmi means I as self, I as individual soul is Brahma. The character, the identity, everything is given to us from the circumstances, from the surroundings, from society. Our profession, our education, our role in family, our role in society, they form our identity. Here, identity is not being evaluated as Brahma, but the infinite soul, individual soul, is nothing but part of that Brahman. So when that part of Brahman is, that is means totally the Brahman. So part of Brahman becomes the Brahman. So that is Aham Brahmasmi. And apart from these four Mahavakyas, another important Vakyas are Ekam Advitiyam Brahma. So Brahma is the one, he is second to none. Second to none means before the Brahman nothing exists, and after the Brahman nothing exists. That is Ekam. Ekam and without any second. So that is means he is not second to anyone, anything. So that is, it is taken from Chandogya Upanishad. And next important Vakya is Soham. Soham. Soham, I am that. So it is taken from Isha Upanishad. Soham, it is also a mantra. Mantra means a word to be concentrated on it for experiencing higher dimensions of existence. So Soham. So while inhaling, we have to chant ourselves so, and while exhaling, we have to chant ourselves hum. So it becomes a part of our habit. So hum. So even if you are when you feel depressed, when you feel some sort of anxiety or stress, if you do this simple exercise like deep inhalation, so means mentally chanting so with the deep physical inhalation, and complete exhalation, mentally chanting hum, it gives great relief also. And whenever we inhale, we have to visualize that our breath is going downwards towards the abdominal region. So this is the importance of Soham mantra. And if you make it opposite, that becomes Hamsa. So Soham becomes the Hamsa. So Soham and Hamsa together leads to breathlessness state. Breathlessness state means not with some sort of force, some sort of exertion, but breathlessness state means that is Kevala Kumbhaka, naturally, happily it materializes. So we can experience it, and that is nothing but experiencing the Satchit Ananda. So that is, and next one is Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma, it is also taken from Chandogya Upanishad. Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma means Brahma is part of everything, and everything is part of Brahma. Means Brahma is everything, and everything we see, everything we observe, everything we touch, we listen, and everything we experience with our sensory perceptions, that everything is part of Brahman. And Brahman is everything, Brahman is infinite. So that is Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. So Brahman occupies everything. And We cannot see any place, we cannot see any time, we cannot see any situation where the Brahman is not present. So that is Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. And next, Etat Veltat. So that means this is truly that. Etat Vattat. So it means this is that. This is that means what we consider part of something or part of ourselves, that ourselves, part of ourselves or part of something is that. So it is also means we cannot separate something from the Brahman. Our Maya or illusion may tell us, may make us think there is a difference between the self and the universal self, but in reality nothing is separated. That means we are, anything is separated from the universal thing. That is also Turiya, that is individual consciousness is part of universal consciousness, experiencing the fourth state of existence. So that universal consciousness pervades everything, and becoming the part of that universal consciousness and realizing that our individual consciousness is very much part of that universal consciousness is the liberation. That is the moksha. And all these Mahavakyas, 4+4 important Vakyas, they give wisdom, they give insight, they give experience, they give taste of that universal bliss, universal ananda to an individual soul. So these are the importance of Mahavakyas. Thank you very much.